Okay, this is a bit of a different video, because it's another goddamn quickie. Full disclosure, this is my brother's album. Yes, the LDB stood for something. Little Dirty Bug. Local Dirtbag is his label he uses right now. Kow Disease being his first album. It's a short EP, just 6 songs. So yeah, this is my brother's album. So bias, obviously, I want to be nice to him. And also, I'll be blunt. My family has just been going through the mud these past few years, so if there's anything I can use this platform for, it's to kind of boost him a little bit. I'll be honest with you, there's a chance the honorable mentions and best list might just straight not come out ever. And even if they do, I don't think I'll be posting much past February or March, just in general. Things are getting really terrible is the nice way to put it. And I'm not really sure I even want to continue with this channel anymore. Even with the recent news that Bandcamp has banned all AI music, I'm still very pessimistic about the future. Kow Disease is a kind of grungy, slow acid rock album. At least that's how I would describe it. Probably more metal, if anything. It's mostly an album about kind of a mixture of relationship turmoil, drug use, depression, a lot of that. At least that's how he described it. When I brought up to him that I was doing this video, his response was there isn't much to say, which I guess not. But there is a few things I do find interesting. I actually do like the fact this album sounds pretty out there, at least in my opinion.
This is my 1,000-yard stare. Guess just how well I have fared. Oh, what a lonely night. Oh, what a lonely night. The green vein still I plummet. I gave right in into the gambit. Don't wanna be here on this planet.
I listen to a lot of music, and while a lot of it's very professional, one thing I like about very raw music like this, or maybe Alex Brandon's Fast Cash, is that it's really direct. You can tell the person is making it, and they're not restrained by people around them telling how to make it sound. It just sounds like how it does. And that's not my way of saying it sounds like shit but good, either. Because you can make very professional music, and it can still sound like trash. It's mainly that I feel like I don't really have a comparison for what else this album sounds like besides itself, hence why I made the acid metal comparison. The one song I would say sounds like something is the closer track, A Longing Day. Weirdly enough, it actually sounds like something from like a band I would listen to. Like, it's this strange kind of dark tone track. I don't really know how else to describe it. And I will also point out that, yeah, the album cover is a bit... That's my pretty blunt complaints. Also, I think the K being cow is supposed to be a reference to Kratom. I am not sure. But as I said, the 2 tracks I liked were House of Despair and Promised. Because while the album does mostly tap into grunge, there's a lot of like psychedelia, especially in a lot of the shoegaze inspirations, and honestly I really like them. I like the guitar rise that's in House of Despair, I like the opening track and how it's kind of stilted, and I like Promised a lot. I'd say Promised is just a straight up really good song. If this was from an artist I'd never heard of, I'd be quite happy to listen to it really regularly. Yeah, the little lick that rises up in between the segments is just genuinely really good. And for once, I'll actually be able to play samples of what the album sounds like since, well, while normal quickies, I don't tend to do that. I will be doing that for this one because, well, I want to show you his music. I believe this is just directly on streaming because from what I know from my brother, he just wants to make music for people to listen to. And he straight up told me he wanted to kind of bring back grunge, which was everyone kind of feels that when they enter a genre. I'll give him credit. There's actually a lot of new grunge music coming out. I go back and forth on how I feel the quality of it overall, but I like this album. I really do. And I think it would be cool to see my brother as part of that reunion as the revival of grunge in the mid 2020s. I think the best thing about this album is probably the guitar work. Vocal wise, I do like it. I do remember listening to some of the early demos when they were really pushed forward. But if there was anything that got stuck in my head, it was the guitar work, because it's really, really good. The riffs are really unique. The melodies are fun. And I do kind of like this. Again, the songs aren't just like verse, chorus. They feel, I wouldn't say experimental, very progressive, very interesting. And yeah, for the most part, Mad Kow Disease is an album about, the same topics as grunge: drugs, heartbreak, misery, hatred, anger. And more importantly, I just wanted to make this video to kind of be honest. I'm really proud of my brother. I think it's really fucking cool that he made a whole album and I can listen to it next to all the stuff I listen to, and it blends in with all of it. I'd even say I liked it more than most of the stuff I listen to. And obviously I'm biased. I'm naturally going to like the album that comes from my brother more than albums that come from strangers. And if it seems like I'm avoiding being negative, there is another reason for that, because this is kind of a conflict of interest in the way I like to cover stuff. But that was something I was a lot more willing to go past if I had more time ahead of me. But right now, things in both my life as well as my family's life is just so tumultuous and chaotic. It's just, I don't really know if I'll be uploading more after this one. So, you know what? I'm just going to put this out here. To people who don't really like me or don't like my opinions, I ask that if you're going to leave those opinions, you could leave them on this channel. You could comment, you could dislike, whatever. Don't take it out of my brother, man. It's not his fault he has to deal with me. And not to mention, my brother is a lot more normal. He tends to listen to much more popular music than my pretentious ass. And at the very least, I just kind of want to do something for him because I feel like so far, the past few years, all I've really done is made things more difficult. And I would like to do a little more for him, because I do really like this album and I would genuinely recommend it to people.